guys, it's LucaMan97. Welcome back to another video on BEAMNG Drive. I know it's been a while since we've done a video on BEAMNG, but just today, which I'm recording this on Tuesday, but you guys are going to see it on Thursday, this is probably the biggest update that BEAMNG has ever seen, because it added a new map, which we're actually in right now, and like 5 vehicles, which is crazy. There's never been an update before that's added 5 vehicles. Plus, of course, did a few other little stuff. But anyways, let's start off with the new map. This map is called Johnson Valley. It's basically a desert map. So there's a couple different locations. There's the Northern Highway. There's a highway that runs through the map. It goes from like right here, this green marker, through the map like this, and all the way down to like right here where it ends. This is the Southern Highway. And then there's the remote pits, which is just some like pits for off-road vehicles in the middle of the desert. There's nothing nearby. Let's go ahead and fast travel there so I can show you guys that. Yeah, like I said, just some and I know you guys are like, this is the new vehicle, but this is one of the new vehicles, but we'll get to that in a minute. Yeah, it's just some random pits like in the middle of the desert. There's also some like sand dunes there. But yeah, I like this map that they've had in BEAMNG for a while. Like I said, I kind of feel like they copied it off Forza, because Forza has a map kind of like this. Forza's is a lot more complicated, but still. Okay, let's quick travel. Here's the gas station. There's a gas station on the map here as well with some nice T-Rex statues. The gas station is called Tyrannos. But there's that, which I don't know if there's been like that, or I guess there is on like West Coast. And then there's the Dune Kicker base camp, where this is basically like a place where I guess racers live in their campers while they're waiting for the race to, you know, when the race isn't going on. So I think here is the start-finish line, I believe. And then there's dirt tracks all up through here, and I think there's probably, yeah, there's like, oh, it's like an oval track here. There's also a radio tower off in the distance. But, and then another, I think the last major point of interest on this map is the settlement, which that was actually where we were at first. Settlement is just like a house and a barn, just like a remote settlement where someone might have settled in the desert. But, yeah, that basically is all the new locations on the new map. But yeah, as you can see, this vehicle has openable doors, just like the Ibishu Covet and the, oh, what car was that? Just like the Ibishu Covet, and the other car was a Civetta Scintilla, I think, has openable doors. But basically, these are the new vehicles they added, and we'll get them out one by one to show you guys. But you can see here that we have the one we're in right now is the Autobello Stambecco, which is kind of nice. They're adding more Autobello cars, because for I don't even know how long, because I didn't, when I started playing BEAMNG a year or two ago, the Piccolino was already in the game, so I don't know when the Piccolino was added, but I do know that for so long the Piccolino has been the only Autobella, so it's nice to see them adding some more. So as you can see, we have 20 configurations here. There's police versions, there's the shorter version, and there's this extended version, which is what we're in. There's some ambulance ones, fire rescue, support vehicle for like races, and then a rally one for if you want to go racing. But we can try driving this around a little bit. It's kind of cool though how all the doors open. It's kind of like the Covet or whatever, where they have vehicle triggers to open and shut the doors. So, and there is also vehicle triggers inside. Let me just shut all the doors. But also, it's kind of cool. What just happened? There we go. It's kind of cool that, oh, the door's like shutting by itself. That's kind of weird. But yeah, this is what the back of the truck looks like. This is just a specific one, so it has like benches to transport people. But yeah, there's also vehicle triggers on the inside, like you're inside the truck and you're like, okay, let's shut our doors now. And then up here, I don't know why there's a grate here, probably just to like protect for some reason. And then this is kind of new. There used to be, there has always been like vehicle triggers inside, but this is kind of cool because like you can basically control the differentials, transfer cases, and range box in here. So yeah, you can lock your differentials, you can lock the transfer case with these levers, and then down here you can switch from high to low in your range box. But so it's kind of nice, you can do all that from inside. And then there's some of them, which let me get one of those out, where Autobella Stambeco, and I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right or wrong, but stuff like this, the support vehicle one, actually have, lock those, but they have like tire pressure controls here where you can inflate the tire pressures, you can deflate them, you can select certain ones to see their pressures. See, this is at, PSI is the red, so this is at, that's not very good actually, amount of PSI. I'm going to inflate that tire to about 40 PSI, because if you ask me, that's the best inflation for tires. Okay. There we go, 40. If you select this one, it's also kind of low. Why does that just lose a little bit of pressure? That's kind of weird. Okay, well, let's deselect that. Let's select this, and see, you can inflate or deflate the tire pressures. It's kind of cool. I've never seen this in BeamNG before, where you can control your tire pressures from inside the vehicle. That's something that's new. By the way, let's check this. Okay, it's staying constant. Good. And then the last group. So basically, it just shows which tires you're doing. The black. So this is the front axle. This is the middle axle, because this is a 6x6, and this is the last axle. So you're basically just doing all the axles. You can inflate each one basically, and it does it automatically if you hold it long enough. And then when you get there, just press stop, and you can just click it a little bit too. And there. And keep an eye on all your pressures like that, I guess. And then down here, that's not something you click on. But yeah, it's pretty cool. They have some like vehicle triggers inside, stuff like that. This one is more of like a support vehicle, like I said. So yeah, it's got pretty sure you can open this. Yeah, it's got quite a bit of doors there as well. Shut that. So yeah, this vehicle handles pretty well, honestly. It's really slow. Like even the top of the line models with turbos are pretty slow, which is to be expected because it's an off-road vehicle. Not all of them are 6x6, but this one is. But yeah, it's not going to be very fast because, like I said, it's an off-road vehicle, but it handles off-roading like a beast. Like, I don't know if I'd go rock crawling with it. It isn't totally that type of tier, because I say that and it flips over, but that's fine. It's not like rock crawling tier or whatever, but it definitely has, which, by the way, apparently your tire pressures reset when you reset the car, which that kind of is too bad. But basically, it doesn't, I don't think it would handle rock crawling too well, because it doesn't have like huge amounts of suspension like a off-road rock crawling truck, but it's gonna handle it, stuff like that, pretty well. So next new vehicle that they've added, so they added like 5. So basically the next new vehicle is not technically a new vehicle, it's more just a version of the Autobella Piccolina. So they added a few off-road ones. The Spec Class 5, the Spec Class 5 Sequential, Unlimited, this is Unlimited, and then the Extreme. So basically, this one kind of looks like a Piccolina, this one, and these two look nothing like a Piccolina, if you ask me. So they basically just took the Piccolina and blew it up into this crazy off-roader, which, like I said, cool to see some more Autobellas being added, because we haven't had much added for that in a while. Let's just check out the Extreme real quick. It said it was powered by twin turbos, I'm pretty sure, so that's quite a bit of power. This is what I'm talking about for rock crawling. And if you ask me, I don't think this one has openable doors because it doesn't have doors, but this one is cool because, well, look at that turbos and the engine. That just looks cool. But yeah, this is kind of, if you ask me, inspired by that's nice LED lighting. This is kind of inspired, if you ask me, by those modded creations where they would mod like these types of buggies or whatever. And then inside you have some pretty basic stuff. I mean, that's like the racing dashboard that they added in the last update for all racing cars. But basically, yeah, this thing, I went too fast. You're not supposed to go fast when you're rock crawling. But what is wrong with this? Well, number one, I went too fast. Number two, I kind of spawned sideways. But what in the world happened here? I'm surprised this doesn't. I think it got high centered. Yeah, it's high centered on a rock. But I'm surprised this thing doesn't have low and high range gearbox options with how much of an off-roader it is. But it's kind of nice because look at this. Yeah, it's pretty good at rock crawling. It's not really a rock crawler though per se. It's more of like something you would just take. Yeah, see, it's not actually good at rock crawling. I take that back, but it's more of something you would just like take across the desert. It's more of like a dune buggy, you know, to take to that dune section or whatever, like this. Like this is the kind of stuff it handles pretty good. Anyways, that's that. They added. That's just kind of like an add-on for the Autobella, and if you ask me, that doesn't really look like the Autobella too much, but yeah. And then you're gonna notice. Well, we're gonna save this for last because it has a very special feature. But down here we have, and don't mind all my mods like planes and stuff, but down here they added two things from SP, and so there's the Dune Kicker and there's the Rock Basher. So let's go ahead and check out the Dune Kicker first. There's Stadium, Unlimited, and Spec. I'm gonna get the Unlimited because it looks like the best one. But yeah, this is the kind of stuff you'd probably use for rock crawling. Either that, yeah, this is definitely more of like or hill climber, something like that. Yeah, look at that. Look at that beefy suspension. That's something you would use for that kind of stuff. Inside you got the racing dashboard, obviously. And what does it say in here? Like some sort of graffiti here. It says this side up, pit crew. It runs rough. It's like a racer wrote on the dash. That's kind of weird, but yeah. So this is called the Dune Kicker. It's like honestly, it kind of reminds me of like a Gavril D series, something like that. Like you know those Gavril D series, huge like off-road trucks or whatever. Kind of reminds me of that. But look at this. This boy handles rock crawling no problem. I don't think it can crawl over a fence though. Let's back it up. Oh, it's kind of high centered, but yeah, if you hit the rock, good. Yeah, I kind of hit it at a bad angle, so that's not really its fault. But yeah, if you guys don't know, SP actually, and I'm going way too fast. Anyways, SP actually stands for Sandstorm Performance. So I guess that's the brand of these, Sandstorm Performance. It's probably made up, but yeah, Sandstorm Performance. The Rock Basher. Now, if you thought the last one was a crawling beast, then you're gonna change your mind with this one, because this one, well, the Rock Racer is more of just like a dune thing. Now the Rock Crawler and the Rock Bouncer, now that's what I call a crawler. So I can see the settlement over there in the, or not the settlement, oh no, this thing has some power too. But yeah, I can see the settlement over there in the distance. So I'm gonna go towards that. Which, by the way, I have not driven the Sandstorm Performance new vehicles that were added. I did drive the Autobella truck thing earlier because it's pretty cool. And I also have driven the FPU Wydra, but I have not driven these SP vehicles yet, so that's kind of cool. Let's look inside here. The only problem with suspension like this is that if you go over bumps too fast, it's liable to flip over. That's why it's a rock crawler, because on rocks you go really slow over them. So yeah, this is more of like, that's why the Rock Racer had like a little bit less of suspension, so it wouldn't like fall over or whatever when you're trying to race over rocks. But yeah, I'm heading over to this hill so I can show you guys its skills of rock crawling. I'm sorry if this is a longer video, but this was a huge update, so it's kind of gotta be. And it's got plenty of power to get up the mountain as well. No, I turned sideways. That was a mistake. But yeah, that's the SP Rock Basher. So they added 2 Sandstorm Performance vehicles. There's not many configs for them yet, though, because they're just off-road. They're not like every kind of truck like the Gavril D-Series that has like 81 configs. But yeah, Dune Kicker, Rock Basher, those two have only 3 configs, but whatever. So we've covered about 4 of the 5 new vehicles. The 5th one is the FPU Wydra, and this one is it floats. Okay, it's a good off-roader. Let's go ahead and spawn in one with huge tires just so we can see it here. So it is a good off-roader, and this one turns instantly for some reason. I wouldn't recommend it for rock crawling though, because it's so small and like that I don't know if it somehow didn't. Oh, I was about to say it didn't fall over, but it just did. Anyways, yeah, this is the FPU Wydra. This is the big tire version. But yeah, as you can see, it's kind of like a 4-wheeler where it has the stick here where you can steer it, stuff like that. You can turn on your fog lights and headlights actually from inside. That's kind of cool. What does that do? Oh, that's a big ignition. Okay. That's weird. Why did I just park? Okay. I don't know what. They added like this new ignition thing too that's kind of weird. But yeah, this is the giant tires version. But it's kind of made like a boat on the bottom. Also, oh, the doors open in this as well, didn't they? Well, I know actually they don't in this one because the huge tires are blocking the doors for some reason. I don't know why they would design it like that, but yeah, so that's why doors won't open. Okay. So that's that. Actually, I might switch to a map that has water on it so you guys can see this thing in action. I'm going to actually do that. Hopefully it won't take too long to load. Let's see, as you can see, Johnson Valley, that's the new map. Parched Rocky Valley east of LA, so it's in California. You know, something that might not take that long because I don't want to waste too much more of the time is the grid map V2. So let's just go there. They have like a couple rivers of water. I mean, it's not like something crazy like East Coast USA, but it'll work for what I want to show you for. Yeah, it's nice also that they've added more vehicles that you can open the doors. See, that's what I was talking about. That's what the Sandstorm Performance truck version reminds me of. I forget the Dune Kicker. That's what it reminds me of. The Gavril off-roader versions like that. Okay, grid map is doing weird things. It's fine. Alright, let's drive out to where the pool looks deepest. This is where it's shallowest, I believe. We'll drive out to the end, because obviously we want it to be as deep as possible. Okay, stop. Okay, let's look at the FPU Wydra. And I want to get one with a cab, because that looks kind of cool, like this one. This one looks good. I think we'll be able to open the doors on this one, because it's not blocked by the huge tires. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, again, same thing with the FPU Wydra. What? Same thing with the FPU Wydra it's a good vehicle for like off-roading and going in the rivers, but just like the Autobella truck, it's not going to work well for like driving on the street. Because, you know, like I said, doesn't go very fast, obviously. Why did I get out on this side? That makes oh, that's the driver's side. Okay. So yeah, it's kind of cool. You can just be walking around as a character, and I don't think you can open the back door, sadly. But then you're just like, okay, let's get in. Why isn't it opening? Yeah, for some reason there's a glitch in my game where vehicle triggers don't work when you're a person, which doesn't make any sense. But whatever. Okay. So yeah, you got the yoke that turns it. But let's see. Yeah, as you can see, we float. See? I don't know if you can actually control yourself in the water as far as like getting out. Let's see. Am I making any progress forward? I actually might be. Yeah, I think your wheels slowly do help you make progress, but it's not like on the land or whatever. It's not as easy as that. then you just get out like that. So yeah, that's pretty cool. If you ask me, the FPU Wydra is kind of based on the mod that used to be the Labrador Beaver, because I don't know, you guys can go back in the archives of my channel like a long time ago and look at, I made a video on the mod of the Labrador Beaver. It's a mod that looks exactly like this. It's an 8x8 little off-roader that can go in water as well. But yeah, you can look at that video. It's pretty much the same. If you ask me, the BeamNG developers, I don't know if they actually knew about the Labrador Beaver, but it looks a lot like the Labrador Beaver. So that's kind of what it reminds me of. But yeah, and I think another thing they might have added in this update was like some brand new shock physics or whatever. I know they added some stuff like that, and as you can see, the river carries you downstream. But yeah, they added like some new, I think, shocks or something, like the way the shocks behave. But other than that, I don't think there's really like anything else notable to talk about from this update. But yeah, it's like the biggest BeamNG update I've probably ever seen, because at least since I've been here, and I think it might be the biggest of all time, because I've never seen 5 vehicles added in a single update plus a map. So that's kind of a lot. But anyways, guys, that's gonna wrap it up for this video. I know it was kind of long, but it's also the biggest update in the history of this. Sorry I couldn't get it to you on the exact day, but it took a while to download the update because it was 6 gigabytes. So yeah, it'll be up on Thursday along with the Forza video of the Titan. Also, sorry that I got the Juggernaut video got postponed to today. It's uploaded now if you guys want to check it out. But I'll leave the Juggernaut video on the end screen if you guys want to check it out. But yeah, I'm sorry about that it took longer for that too, but I just couldn't upload it last week. But anyways, that's going to wrap it up for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, like the video. You guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one.